So let's do a craft room tour. So this room is the primary bedroom in our house. This is my sewing table. It is made from 3 IKEA Brewer shelving units. I have a bit of sheet metal underneath this cutting mat, so this cutting mat is magnetized. But this is where I store most of my fabric along with my patterns, although I'm transitioning my patterns elsewhere, where you'll see in a bit. Over here I have the Raskog trolley that I also use as my ironing station, so I have an ironing board that goes on top, and the SCOTUS pegboards with all of my notions. Let me take a step back so you can see this wall. I try and maximize every square inch of space, so vertical storage is definitely my go-to, especially for any overstock items or less used things. Like I have some knitting looms up there that I use, just not all the time. But here I have my serger, and then this is my main sewing machine. It was my grandma's Singer. It's a 401A slant foot machine. So that is the one I primarily use. Then I have my step stool, very important. And back here is all of my scraps. So I sort them by color, and then that bin is scraps that I need to sort and haven't gotten to in the 3 years we've lived in this house now. Eventually I'll get there. Then I have some more scrap bins of scrap paper for art journaling, as well as some other colors of fabric. Most of this is paper crafting. The machine you see here is a needle felting machine that I haven't really used, but I found it at an estate sale and had never seen one, so it came home with me. But yeah, most of this is for art journaling. I have in these binders stencils, dies, and then a lot of ephemera. So tags, collage things, cards, all of that. Over here these are IKEA kitchen cabinets. This first drawer is my trash can. And then I have paint and everything stored. I'll open that up in a second, but most of this is markers, paints, pastels, all of that sort of stuff. And then all of my sketchbooks at the top. So in this cabinet is mostly ink pads. So these are ink pads. These I got from scrapbook.com, the dividers, and they fit pretty well in the drawers. And this is a 24-inch cabinet. You can see I still have some space. This is glitter and embossing powder, miscellaneous pan pastels, and other just kind of random, and mostly alcohol ink. Over here is my paints. It's sorted by warms and cools, and the top drawer consists of matte paint, and then the bottom is kind of your regular acrylic paint and ink. So those are my warms. These are my cool colors. You can see some drawers are better organized than others. And then I have neutrals and mediums. This is where the dogs hang out when they're in here with me. And then this 36-inch drawer. sorry, I needed to move the plexi. This is mostly spray inks, sorted by brand. Again, warms and cools. And then washi tape. And paper and napkins for collage. And then this is big sheets of paper. This is a 36-inch cabinet, so it all fits nicely in there. So on this side is mostly colored pencils and markers, and then more of a cutting surface. That ironing board fits on top of my Raskog trolley. I've attached it to a cutting board that fits on top. On this side is the printer and the Cricut and die cut machine. Down here, again, on the cutting table is more fabric and then fat quarters. I do have hidden back behind everything, my interfacing. And then this I got at an estate sale as well, and I absolutely love it. It holds various beads. I have thread in here, embroidery thread, my zippers, bias tape, some marbling stuff, ribbon, lots of just various small things. Yarn is on this wall. I do have another box of yarn in the closet, but this is where most of the yarn lives, and then some resin pouring stuff as well. This table is a new addition with the sewing machine. I haven't really used this machine yet, but a neighbor gave it to me along with the table. And then there's storage in those cabinets as well. So in this one, I've put some technology stuff, some filming equipment, but there's still room there. And then this is where I am slowly shifting my patterns to and putting them on pattern hooks up here. And then we have the puppy, a random Alex Strawer unit with various things. And then behind the door is where most of my embroidery thread and gel plates live, along with some foil and vinyl. And then I have more embroidery hoops up there. So yeah, that is the craft room. If there is anything else you'd like to see that I didn't quite get to, let me know in the comments and I will show you a closer look at those things. But there is a lot of stuff in here.